What's up? How are you guys doing today? How are we feeling? Good, good, good. Thank you guys for being here bright and early. We have got an awesome panel. I am super pumped to have you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, guys.
Sure.
All right, so I just want to ask a couple of questions. I start out with a couple of questions anytime I'm moderating. So who here has been in crypto for more than 1 year? Raise your hand. Okay, that's awesome. Who has been in crypto more than 2 years? Okay, wow, that's good. More than 3 years? 4 years? 5 years? 6 years? 7 years? 8 years? 9 years? 10 years? Okay, we actually have some people who have been in here more than 10 years. Now, who is this your first experience with crypto, first time learning about crypto in a real kind of more formal setting like this? Raise your hand. That's awesome. Welcome. Everybody around them, like, come help them, support them, and show them some love for them being here. Cool. Now, we have an awesome group of folks. Would love to get an introduction from, starting with Theptilla over here. Would love to hear a little bit more. Who are you, and what do you do?
My name is Thep. I think most of you know me. I'm the head of Solana All-Stars, and we are the largest blockchain education organization in the world. I believe most of our people that we educated on board to Solana is here today. If you're with Solana All-Stars, can you raise your hand? All-Stars Turkey, raise your hand.
Whoa.
Thank you for being here. And I know this means a lot for you to be here. And I think that says what we do.
That's amazing. Thank you, Thep.
Hi, yeah, my name is Jesse. I'm the CEO and co-founder. Oh, all right. CEO, co-founder of Uprock, where they're building the world's best rewards program. It's the largest mobile DePIN on Solana. We have almost 3 million installs worldwide. Woo-hoo. We have an amazing team here. My background with onboarding is before Uprock, we actually built the first fully encrypted mobile browser that we sold to Avast. It was a much nerdier browser than Brave even, and a VPN protocol that was optimized for mobile. So it was a very technical browser, but it's for consumers, and we did a real job with that. And then we also built and run a successful adult app store, and we also sold that as well. So I'd love to share my experiences today.
Hi guys, I'm OhMeOhMy, the founder of Kaizen, the ultimate onboarding and discovery platform on Solana, where you can learn about and explore all the different sides of Solana, including staking, lending, NFTs, and more. So check us out.
Amazing. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about onboarding and how do we onboard this next generation of Solana users, crypto users in general. I think probably most of us up here would agree that Solana is one of the easiest blockchains to build applications, to be able to onboard people. And I'd love to just hear a little bit more about why you guys selected Solana and the Solana ecosystem in terms of your ecosystem to go after for onboarding crypto users. Let's throw it to you, OhMeOhMy.
Why we selected Solana as the place to be?
Yeah.
Right? So I started my crypto journey back in 2020, end of 2020, and back then, obviously you have Ethereum, Bitcoin, but Solana was starting to make its rounds, and actually a friend of mine introduced me to this NFTs. This new project just launched on Solana called Solarians. It's the first on-chain generative collection on Solana, and I joined it. I was very passionate about it. The community was fantastic, and I pretty much became the community manager back in those early days, and joined the team, which I eventually took over back in early 2022. We also launched the first open NFT marketplace back then called Digital Eyes. This was August 2021, and throughout that whole first year, I had such an amazing time. Very early Solana days, it was a very small group of founders, and the way we interacted, the way we supported each other, it just made it feel like home just from the get-go. So never looked back. 4 years building.
Let's go. What about you, Jesse?
Yeah, so when we built the adult app store, we were dealing with a lot of censorship issues, and like Operation Choke Point, like debanking for the adult content. And so I was looking at alternative payments really early on. So I was into crypto very, very early. And so a lot of my friends know I'm into crypto, so I do a lot of crypto crash courses for friends. So, using MetaMask, using the Phantom wallet with the F, using the Near wallet, using Sui wallet. Every time I show my friends all the different wallets to just help them onboard or offboard, the Solana one was the easiest and the less painful. Even just transaction fees, like I would help them, bring some money on Coinbase, send into a wallet, and by the time you do it with MetaMask or other wallets, you're like half your money's gone. And then they're like, what happened? I didn't buy anything yet, right? And then if you do a Solana wallet, then it was a lot easier. So when I looked at that, when we were building Uprock, we were thinking it's not no-brainer. This, the offboarding and the onboarding it's just a better experience. And I'm thinking about ahead, like once people earn our token, they're going to want to be able to swap it somewhere else or maybe bring it back to their bank account. I just want to give them as many options as possible. And I just saw the less friction with Solana. So that was really early on.
So basically just one of the most frictionless
Yes.
platforms.
Yep, exactly.
Amazing. Thep, why Solana?
Well, we serve emerging markets, right? And when you host events at places like Venezuela, Argentina, hi guys, Turkey, Indonesia, you gotta make sure that it is a meaningful thing for them. It has to be fast and it has to be cheap. Our goal is to onboard people to crypto in a way that improves their lives, right? Stablecoin adoption is important. Can you imagine actually onboarding someone to another chain and telling them, hey, you can actually house your USDC here to save yourself from the inflation? I can't. So Solana is a no-brainer answer. And also we do ongoing educational content and teach people about different protocols, how to be onboarded to DeFi, what is NFT, how can you be safe with your hot wallet, what is a cold wallet, why should you have that? If we were to do that with another ecosystem, I think we would have, 2 courses? So this is where the action happens, right? There are so many things going on. There are many brilliant minds, many protocols, many strong teams are actually building. There are so many things to learn, so many things to talk about, and it just makes sense, fast and cheap.
Amazing. And I'm just curious to get a take from the audience. So how many of you have onboarded somebody to the Solana ecosystem outside of obviously just yourself? Who's onboarded one or more people to the Solana ecosystem? Hey, I see a Venezuela flag out there. That's amazing. That's awesome. How many people have onboarded more than 2 people to the Solana ecosystem? More than 3 people? 4? 5? 6? That's crazy. There's at least 20 people who have onboarded more than 4 or 5 people to the Solana ecosystem. That's awesome. Now, okay, speaking of onboarding, there's many different distribution channels in terms of how we can get products out there, how we can get services within the ecosystem out there. So we've got in real life, and we've got, obviously digital online. I'm curious to throw it back to you, OhMeOhMy, to hear a little bit more about the digital experience of onboarding.
Right. So, as I mentioned earlier, we started our journey 4 years ago, and after we launched the NFT marketplace and I took over the project, I kept thinking like, okay, now that trading in Solana is no longer a problem, what is the biggest problem in the space? And I very quickly realized that it is onboarding, like how difficult it must be for someone who has never come into crypto to try and understand like the basic concepts of blockchain, how to on-ramp, off-ramp, set up a centralized exchange account and a decentralized wallet, and then go into all the different stuff like your meme coins and NFTs and stuff like that. For the last 2.5 years, we basically built out the ultimate NFT hub, right? We doubled down on NFTs. We focused solely on NFTs, aggregating everything from on-chain data like your trading, lending, and raffles and fungible tokens in the space, as well as off-chain information like your news, podcasts, upcoming launches, giveaways, everything related to NFTs. And we created an educational hub, all in the hopes that people who are interested in NFTs can come check us out and learn what they want to and what they should. In the last 6 months, though, we have taken a very different approach where we, instead of thinking about how we want to onboard people and what we think the ideal onboarding process should be, we dive deeper and just ask a very simple question of why do people want to be onboarded? Like, why do people even care, right? And we arrived at 2 conclusions. Number 1 is that everyone joins the space to make money. Right? And number 2 is that people are willing to learn about and explore something insofar as there's an opportunity here to make money. And so therefore the new Kaizen, which we announced actually a month back, where we expanded way beyond NFTs, focused solely on this basic concept that you are here to learn about the opportunities on Solana. This is how you can explore the space, what you should know to not just maximize your yield or profits, but also how do I do it safely, right? And we've had an amazing past month, actually. Yeah, it sounds like people really are much more motivated to get onboarded if you know, it's not just about taking a 100x leverage bet on a meme coin or something, but it's like, you know, yeah, a very well-rounded way to learn about the space and grow.
And just thinking about making money, and then I want to come back to Thep for in real life events, but thinking about making money, I want to ask you about this, Jesse.
Yeah.
How do you incentivize people to get onboarded, but while simultaneously maintaining those people and keeping them so you don't have those people churn, right? So incentivizing them, but incentivizing the right people.
Yeah, so a couple of things we do is, just from our other mobile startups, we don't ever pay for Google Ads except for trying to figure out which keywords or screenshots or headlines work. So we leverage AI a lot now. So all we do is like, AI is great, but it can also be overwhelming with how much content it can spit out. So if you have all these headlines for your screenshots, for your website, for your onboarding text, even images, you're like, okay, which one should we choose? Well, now I would just actually make a couple hundred ads in a weekend, and then put those into Google Ads. Google Ads is great about matchmaking ads and finding the right audiences. Just a couple $100, and you can see what actually works, and then those the top five most effective ads, then you can use those for your screenshots, for your onboarding messages, for your website. So we leverage AI a lot there. Then we use the same thing for personas. There's a lot of communities on WhatsApp in every single country looking for rewards programs or how to make money. There's a worldwide trend of people want to make passive income on their mobile device. And if you look in the Web 2 space, every single reward program has like 10 to 50 to 100 million installs. These are people just want to do active tasks to passive tasks, earning tokens or earning some kind of reward, whether it's gift cards or cash back. This is what we're playing in, but crypto is far superior because it's global day zero, because you don't have to get Visa or MasterCard approval, and you can swap it for anything, right? It's not locked into that system. So we do a lot of just figuring out, with the help of AI, the right messaging with many, many different organic groups out there. There's whole groups in the Philippines that are just talking on WhatsApp and Reddit groups, and it's really hard to do that by yourself. You really need to leverage AI. You can really figure out the right message. Yeah.
Very interesting. And I'm just, one quick follow-up there is, how many countries around the world actually use Uprock? How distributed is the platform?
Yeah, so we're in every single, depending on how you define countries, but it's 190 plus.
Okay.
Every major country and city on earth. And even that, which is what we do, we have a country ambassador program. And so we're really engaged. We do a live stream every Thursday. I don't know about you guys, but most people are shy. Like, we don't like to do the live stream, but we do it. And actually, I'm so glad we did it. We've been doing episode 50. It was on Thursday. And it's so awesome. We get about 10,000 people watch it. It's so much better than buying Google Ads. And it's actually much better than even X Spaces, because you really need to show your face, and it's the way to do it. It's founder-led marketing, and you really got to practice it and get good at it. But it's so amazing because people are engaged, they show up, they love that we're building in public. It really is the best way to do it. I think the only way you should build a startup now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And going over to Thep, so in real life events as an onboarding mechanism, talk to me. Why is that one of the best ways, in your opinion, to be able to onboard folks?
It is the best way because I believe that we actually onboard evangelists, right? I don't think about our people that we onboard as, okay, another person is onboarded to Solana. They are the promoter of Solana. I was actually speaking to the Turkish ambassadors. We have 35 in Turkey, help us organize these events. We organize approximately 30 to 35 events a month in Turkey, in 27 different cities. And few of them told me that in my city, they call me Solana X with their name, right? Everybody knows them as the Solana expert, Solana, Thep. That's how they know them as. So what they do is that they go out and talk to as many people as they can, right? These ambassadors multiply. That's how we look at IRL events. IRL events, look, we do online events too. It scales better, right? No doubt about that. But online events sticks, right? So you create armies just like this. That's why these people woke up so early. I know you were partying, don't lie. You didn't raise your hand, but I know you were. I saw the pictures. But you still showed up. This means something to you. And that's exactly why IRL events are extremely important.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, we're at a conference here, so obviously
Yes.
these are very important. So I'm curious just to hear about kind of the challenges, right, that we face as an ecosystem with onboarding. And obviously, Solana has set out to solve a lot of those onboarding challenges. But like, OhMeOhMy, for example, what do you see as the biggest obstacle whenever you're trying to train people, trying to educate them? What are the biggest questions that people have and the tutorials that that are the most popular?
Right. So I think especially in the past half a year when with the crypto coming back and especially Solana doing so well this cycle, I personally actually had a lot of questions from family and friends, a lot of relatives, in fact, cousins, who asked me like, hey, looks like crypto is doing well again. Solana is like one of the top performing stuff. How do I get in? And it's been the same struggle for me as it was 4 years ago, where there isn't one place where I can direct them to just get fully onboarded, one place where it teaches everything. I mean, aside from academy, but one place that also not just guides them on the whole onboarding process as well as how they can explore everything on Solana. What I actually usually default to is, here's a list of links that you need to know. Here's your Phantom wallet, for example, or your Step Finance for portfolio tracking, your Solana floor to stay updated on the news, literally a list of links. And it's incredibly inefficient because what happens right after that is every single day for maybe a week, they'll be calling me up, like, they'll be like, I just need your credit, like, this thing on Phantom, like, it's very painful, to be honest, and that's one of the big reasons why we created Kaizen, because then I no longer have to do this manual onboarding person by person. I'll just be like, look, just go to Kaizen, and everything is there, end to end. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you could possibly want, is there. We're using AI as well to leverage on over 50 courses that we wrote about everything Solana related. So hopefully, hopefully it makes a dent in the onboarding struggles. Yeah.
Amazing. Makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
And we've seen the same problem in terms of, what do you send to somebody? Your family member says, hey, I'm really interested in crypto. I'm really interested in Solana. Where can I go to learn? It's like,
Kaizen.
Kaizen's a great option. Obviously, Solana floor. If you want to earn some, you can go over to Uprock. No, I'm curious though. With Uprock, obviously DPIN kind of background. Why are you bullish on DPIN for onboarding?
DPIN is such a great for onboarding because it brings the physical to the digital. It's such a tangible thing. Everyone has a phone in their pocket. They know it's so powerful. It's on while you sleep. The message like, make passive income while you sleep, or make your phone work for you. Everyone understands that data is new gold or new oil. They just get it, so you don't have to explain that story. We've all seen the headline somewhere. So it's just like the idea of like, okay, cool, but how do I take advantage of that? Well, we made an app under 2 minutes, just install it, and you can start earning. So if you make it that simple, people try it. We are very mobile first minded, so we always think of every design decision is, can you get there in 2 taps? If it's more than 2 taps, then we're going to lose people because it's so hyper competitive. Think about all the Web 2 apps. You literally, when you install Snapchat, YouTube, you open it up, the first button is the core features. Take a picture, watch the video, edit something. You're already there in 2 taps. So we try to make the on-chain stuff invisible. I think like the Connect wallet can be for advanced users, but for the most part, it really is like it's as worse as saying connect your bank account to try our app for free. Why would you ever? Even though you can create wallets anytime, it just feels like asking for a bank account. So we say just passwordless, magic link log. Just use a email and that's it, and then you're in. So that's 1 tap, and then second tap should be your core feature. And we have over 200,000 reviews and 15,000 customer support emails. And the majority of the number one thing that people always ask for is, how do I increase my earn rate or earn more? And so we think about that a lot, how to optimize. We're teaching people about staking. We have a bunch of different programs like Play to Earn, Shop to Earn, surveys. We also do Contributor to Earn. So not just if you're a developer like bug bounties or dev bounties, but also good content. So we had, with the super team group, we broke the record for number of submissions. So we had 600 people, And the whole contest was talk about DPIN, talk about the use case DPIN, of course, focus on Uprock, but just DPIN. And so what happened is hundreds of people worldwide educate themselves on DPIN, and then so they can educate other people. And that was great content for us, and then we use that in our library for people to help onboard each other. So that was really great, and people who did that also earned our UPT. So we just give multiple ways to earn. People feel very engaged. It's also very inspiring for us as a team to like wake up every day and see a new video, so that's cool too. Yeah.
Totally agree with the login experience and trying to make that as simple as possible.
Yeah.
That is a huge pain point, I feel like, for a lot of folks who are new to crypto, right? Or, oh man, like I've created my wallet, now how do I use this wallet in various ways to do things? I'm curious, Thep, so with in real life events, right, you're able to reach a very different audience. Than crypto Twitter.
Yes.
Who are these people? What are the questions they're asking? How are you able to reach these people?
My answer is going to be a bit controversial, so founders might need to close their ears.
We like
for this one.
controversy.
So I think we are able to talk their language. We're able to go to where they are. So I'll give a few examples of why we're different and how come our events actually are full like this. The people that we actually hire, country managers, regional managers, they're all DGens. Their background is DGen. They have been in these seats before getting on stage, so people can relate, right? And then people can say, oh, I can be that person, I can learn this. But sometimes when they hear that from a founder who's a technical person, they get lost. They're alienated, the language doesn't translate, they get intimidated. Even if that person is so good with explaining things, the way that a normie would understand, it just doesn't stick, right? So that connection of people knowing, okay, I can be that person, I can learn as much as that person that's on stage, speaks volumes, and it actually brings people to the events. Second is that, when we go to a country, everybody thinks, okay, we come to Turkey, where do you go? Where do you host an event? 18 million people in one city, that's where you do it, right? That's what the logic says. But we don't do it that way. We actually go to the remote places where nobody actually thinks about going, nobody actually has been. So the community actually cherishes you more. And community building there in those remote areas are easier. They appreciate that you're there, and then they come to your events more frequently. We also, the next thing that we do best is frequency. We don't just host an event and say, okay, see you next year. Our sequence is every 3 weeks we host an event. So we have educational series. You can start from, Crypto 101. You open your first wallet with us. Who opened their first wallet with us from All Stars here? I want to see hands. Your first wallet.
That's cool.
Who opened their first wallet with us?
That's awesome.
Yeah. When, and just so you know, not everybody here is from Istanbul. We have, I believe, 12 different cities here representing from all over Turkey. We also have Venezuela. Not only my team, but people from Venezuela, actually, community members, bought tickets, flew here, arranged accommodations just to be here, and they've been onboarded by our team, Solana All Stars. So,
Nice.
In real life events, there's nothing that we can match online. Let's be frank, you can go on YouTube and find anything you want to learn about. How many of these people that we onboarded did that?
Speaking of which, I just want to do a little poll to figure out who traveled the furthest. So how many people here did it take 1 hour or less to get here? Okay, a couple people. Less than 2 hours. Okay. What about more than 2 hours? More than 5 hours? 6 hours? 10 hours? More than 10 hours to get here? Okay. More than 20 hours? Some people traveled more than 20 hours to get here. That's awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. That's amazing. Thank you for coming all that way. All right, so we've got a little bit of time left. I want to hear some spicy hot takes, because that's what we're here for, the good stuff. I'm going to throw it to you, Ohmy.
man.
What hot takes do you have? What controversial or not maybe mainstream crypto opinions do you hold, contrarian views, if any, that you might like to share, if you're willing to share anything?
Okay, keep this between us. But,
Yeah.
my hot take, personally, I don't think meme coins are good for onboarding.
Talk to me about that. Why not?
Well, we're getting juicy here. I think the overall experience of a normie who has no experience in crypto, being driven by greed or FOMO because of the earnings of others that, by people that decide to share and probably exaggerate on social media, to come into this specific segment of crypto, where it's a very PvP kind of arena, with super high odds that they'll probably lose everything they put into it and leave the space with the most bitter taste in their mouth. I think the numbers look great for bringing people into Solana and crypto, with meme coins, but I don't think there's any long-term benefit for the space. These people, if I mean, there's so many different ways to earn on Solana and crypto that any other way would probably been a lot more palatable for these people than to come in here and really gamble on some meme coins. Yeah.
Interesting. That's definitely a hot take. And I see both sides, so I'm maybe somewhere in the middle. I am curious, though, how many people here have ever owned a meme coin or ever had a meme coin? Please raise your hand. Okay, I know there's more than that.
I just want to be clear, though. Like, I'm not saying I'm against meme coins. I'm just saying that, like, I love community and community coins, sure. And all the amount of creation, content, and stuff created by meme coins. To be very clear, yeah. I do admire the meme coin community and all the creators. I'm just saying specifically for onboarding. You don't want it to be the first experience for normies here.
Somebody gets rugged and then they're like, oh, crypto's a scam.
Yeah. Exactly. And it makes like regulation debate much more difficult with this as well.
Yeah.
Until Trump came to power.
Hey, this is why we have to educate people. Then they know, what to do. If they're going to buy something, how to do due diligence. Okay, so Jesse. Hot take. What do you got?
Okay, so Trump coin all the way. No. No, of course, Uprock token. Not financial advice, but it looks good. I'd say maybe like hot take is, I'm so surprised at how many people don't embrace the AI yet. And I feel like if the Web3 community does not embrace AI tools or marry our principles of Web3 to AI is going to eat all our lunch. Because it has a heavy tendency to centralize everything because it's so convenient. And the reason why Facebook and Google own everything, and we give up the privacy policies and sign TOS so fast, because it's super, super awesome and convenient. And AI is even more awesome and convenient. And it's just going to basically replace the search engine. So if we don't think about that and use it in our daily lives, and you understand how the AI works, and marry the tools, which is why DeepIn's amazing, because DeepIn's a decentralized data engine. AI can unlock the value by making sense of that data. And that's one good way of doing it. That's what we're doing. But I just think about generally, you have to compete with all these Web2 well-funded AI startups. And if you don't make your app simple as that, and as convenient, they're going to eat our lunch. So that's my hot take.
Amazing. Really appreciate that, Jesse. So we're basically at time right now. But I'm going to give each of these people, literally, can't be more than this.
Hold on, where's my hot take?
You got so many hot takes. Okay, 30 seconds. Hot take that.
Okay.
What do we got?
Yeah, all right. Founder-led marketing is overrated.
Okay.
One more.
Okay, one more hot take.
CT sucks at onboarding people.
Okay. So
That's
get
it.
out of CT. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, guys, so we're at time right now.
Okay.
I just want everybody to get a very big round of applause to all three of these folks. They've come a very long way, and you guys have come a very long way. So this is for them, and it's for you. Thank you guys for being here so much.
Thank you.